just documenting what's happening.
How about you respect her privacy, man?
I'm standing back here. I have a right to be here, correct? Do I? Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You don't have the right to video her, though.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Can you tell me what happened?
Yeah.
I'm from here, dude. I'm just documenting, like, what's going on in my family.
What purpose are you documenting? For what?
To let everybody know how bad shit's getting here. Yeah.
Well, you can either drive around plenty of other places than this and find out how bad.
Where should I go? Tell me where the neighborhood I should go to.
Go anywhere, drive around anywhere.
I know, you're right. That's what's sad about this country, you're right. I'm from here, dude. I'm just documenting, like, what's going on in my family.
What purpose are you documenting? For what?
To let everybody know how bad shit's getting here. Yeah.
Well, you can either drive around plenty of other places than this and find out how bad.
Where should I go? Tell me where the neighborhood I should go to.
Go anywhere, drive around anywhere.
I know, you're right. That's what's sad about this country, you're right. Yep.
Shalom, Yasharala. To the elect of Yasharala, all praises and glory goes to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Rakakudash, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone and salutations to the elect men feeding the sheep of Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, in sincerity and truth with this great gospel coming out of our Bible. And this lesson is about really about these professionals here in Babylon the Great, man. These prideful people with these so-called good jobs, and that is a joke. That is a fucking joke, because ain't no elite gonna send his son to be a firefighter, a cop, send his son to be a motherfucking nurse, right? These stupid ass people, man. We call it what they call it, the middle class, right? The middle class of zombies, right? And they don't know what the hell is going on, but that ain't the point. We gonna focus on these Edomite devils. Let's look at white man, the wicked. White man, the wicked, he don't want nothing to be seen about his society being the collapse, his society going down, his society dying, right? You got these Edomite firefighters, right? They're upset, man. It was one video, man, the Edomite was so mad, man, they was shutting down so many goddamn fire departments, man. He started setting fires all over California in different places, right? They caught his ass, right? And right now, what's being exposed? These firefighters for what their racist past, their racist history, right? Not just firefighters, these doctors who done hurt Jakes, who done hurt Israelites, right? Due to what hatred, that perpetual hatred the scriptures speak about, right? I'm gonna go to this right here. It says the U.S. Rep Jonathan Jackson faces criticism for comments made about Chicago Fire Department. The Chicago Fire Department. Let's go. It says Congressman Jonathan Jackson was recorded alleging some of white firefighters in the past would let homes in predominantly African American neighborhoods burn, right? It says Congressman Jonathan Jackson was recorded alleging some white firefighters in the past would let homes in predominantly African Americans neighborhoods burn. It says Congressman Jonathan Jackson was recorded at a recent private event alleging some of white firefighters in the past would let homes in predominantly African American neighborhoods burn. It says the comment had stoked long simmering concerns about racism, about questions strides made to bring more equity to the Chicago Fire Department, right? It says the video posted on social media brings up old and new concerns about racism in the Chicago Fire Department. The post includes comments by Congress Jonathan during a private event. A person who attended the event and a spokesman for Jackson told ABC7 the story he recounted was allegedly about actions of white firefighters decades ago, and that the post was taken out of context with the purpose of the talk to advocate for more African American firefighters. right? Because, look, they were trying to get more African American firefighters, and what happened, right? It says, this is actually from a CNN post. It says, ninjas are not allowed to be firefighters. No one wants you in this city. You have until the end of the week to resign your position, or you will regret it. Or you will regret it. That's from the ninjas, right? That's the times we living in, man. We've been living in it. I'm gonna read this. It says, Congressman Jackson issued a statement saying, Congressman Jackson issued a statement saying, I have great respect and admiration for our first responders, our Chicago firefighters. I want to acknowledge your sacrifice and thank you for the years of friendship and service. Yeah, bullshit. I sincerely did not mean to offend. My intent was to shed light on the need for diversity, training, and equipment upgrades within the Chicago Fire Department. What the fuck does a cracker leaving a nigga to burn got to do with equipment upgrades within Chicago? These bullshit. You know what he mean? There's some racist elements amongst these devils, and guess what? They supposed to be that way, right? The scriptures say, it's the book of Jeremiah 13, verse 23. It says, can the Ethiopian change his skin? Right? Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil, right? Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil, right? This devil was created to do evil, right? This devil was created to rob, steal, kill, and destroy. He was created to be the wicked on the earth, the sword of the Lord, the persecutor, the oppressor, right? The colonizer, right? The invader, the devil. The Bible speaks of the wicked. And he's playing his fucking role. And you dumbass ninjas, man, you looking for him like he's gonna do something different. He's gonna change. No, that was in the past. Those people are dead. It's their children now. Their children are different. The Bible says, Daniel 12 and 10. Many shall be purified and made white and tried. But the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. We understand that this devil was created to serve a fucking purpose on earth. He's the devil. He's Satan. He's that serpent, right? He's created to be against righteousness, against the earth, against anything that is good, right? It says, many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, right? And none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand.
Yeah. Okay, quick story that has me literally shaking right now. So for context, I drive trucks, and I stop at this Denny's to grab a coffee because I'm addicted to caffeine. I went in there to get my coffee to go, and then I walked to the bathroom, but as I'm walking to the bathroom, it's this old guy sitting to the left with about 12 people that's celebrating his 89th birthday. I got a call from my dispatcher, and he was like, yo, you can chill, no rush, they're not ready for the freight, so you can relax a little bit. Sat down, ordered some food, so now I'm sitting like across from the guy that's celebrating his birthday. Time goes by, I'm down there at the end of my meal, and everybody that basically came to celebrate with him had left, so now it's just him and his wife. So as I get up to go wash my hands, I see him and I give him a smile. I'm like, happy birthday, young man, 89. That's a lot of memory to have. Here's the thing, I don't even know why I said that. He could have had Alzheimer's. I'm not even sure what I meant by that. But that's what I said, and he said, well, thank you, young man. And he smiled, and he kind of just stared at me, and I just walked back there and washed my fucking hands. So I come back, and his wife is gone. She's talking to some other lady that goes to the same church they do, and he sees me, he says, come here, come here, come here. And I said, yes? And he said, there are way too many things that I wish I could forget. And I said, yeah, man, you make it to damn near 100 years old, I'm pretty sure you got a handful of regrets. And he looked at me with the most serious look ever and said, you have no idea. Well, now I'm curious. Do tell. He said, you know, I used to be a firefighter through the 60s and 70s. I said, that's what's up. That's a very commendable job. And he said, yeah, it should be. He said the 60s and 70s was a different time in every way possible. You know that, right? And I'm just like, yeah, no shit. He said back in those times, I was a way different man, and who knew that we'd get to the point where we are in society today, and I'd be feeling the way I'm feeling about the decisions that I made back in those times. So I'm like, man, if you Tell me, bro. So right before he took a very long pause, he looked at me and said, back in those times, it was very common for firefighters that looked like me to leave people that looked like you in burning houses and buildings and horrible situations just to say they couldn't get to us. He said more times than he'd like to admit, he would hear screaming black people and children in burning and horrible situations just to say they couldn't get to us. He said way back in those times. So I'm like, man, if you don't tell me, bro. So right before he took a very long pause, he looked at me and said, back in those times, it was very common for firefighters that looked like me to leave people that looked like you in burning houses and buildings and horrible situations just to say they couldn't get to us. He said more times than he'd like to admit, he would hear screaming black people and children in burning buildings and houses and apartments and stores and cars, and he would literally just pretend he didn't hear it. He said his last time doing it was when he made eye contact with the baby that he deliberately went into a building to save and deliberately didn't. And he said that was the last time he did it, and he quit that year. He said the nightmare still hasn't stopped. He still hasn't forgiven himself, and therapy helps, but it's still a living nightmare to have those memories. And I guess that shit just shocked me so much because when it came to firefighters, I never thought of them like that. Like when it came to like police officers, lawyers, and judges, and everybody else, we knew they didn't give a especially police officers, we knew they didn't give a fuck about us. But I don't know why that didn't click to nightmare to have those memories. And I guess that shit just shocked me so much because when it came to firefighters, I never thought of them like that. Like when it came to like police officers, lawyers, and judges, and everybody else, we knew they didn't give a especially police officers, we knew they didn't give a fuck about us. But I don't know why that didn't click to me that, no, it was everybody that hated us. Everybody. Everybody had a hand in that didn't click to me that, no, it was everybody that hated us. Everybody. Everybody had a hand in didn't click to me that, no, it was everybody that hated us. Everybody.
Yeah, everybody. It wasn't just the cops. It wasn't just the judges. It was the school teachers. It was the firefighters, right? The doctors, the nurses. The whole system was set up against you Israelites, man. Right? Gentrification coming in to take over your neighborhoods. The people, the real estaters, motherfuckers. The people selling property is against you. Right? You go to the bank for a loan, they're against you. The whole system is against you. And like it says here, it says the roof is on fire. We don't need no water. Let the motherfucker burn. Right? That was the spirit on them firefighters when it came to saving the Negro, Hispanic, and Native American. Let that motherfucker burn, man. Let them die. He said the last thing that made him quit when he seen a burning baby. Man, them crackers full of shit. They don't give a damn about you. You ninjas. Right? You're dealing with the same racist spirits that have been created since the beginning, man. These spirits been here since the time of their conception. And they're not going to change. They're going to continue. Like it says, the wicked will do wickedly. Right? The wicked will do wickedly. Right? He that is accustomed to doing evil, he can't do good. Right? We just read that in the scriptures. I read Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. It says, the thing that have been is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. Is there anything that whereof it may be said, this is new? It have been already of old time, which was before us, right? There is no remembrance of the former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of the things that are to come with those that shall come after. Right? Our people don't realize they're dealing with the same Greco-Roman serpent, right? Idumean, Edomite, Esau, Edom, the wicked, right? Wicked, Esau, Edom, what do you say? It's the book of Genesis 27 and 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of his blessings, wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand, and when I will slay my brother Jacob. And That's the times we're living in. That's why these devils, they don't give a fuck about you niggas, you ninjas. They don't give a damn about a Hispanic. You know they don't give a damn about a Hispanic or a damn Native American. They don't even speak about God. They don't even speak about Reuben. Right? They just like they don't even exist. Right? That's the hatred, the perpetual hatred the scriptures speak about. I'm read this again. Genesis 27 and 40. Genesis 27 and 41. It says, and Esau hated Jacob because of what the blessings, right? Who's going to inherit the kingdom of heaven? The children of Israel. Jacob. Jacob, because of the blessings wherewith his father blessed him, and Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. And it hasn't stopped, that hate. Ezekiel 35 and 5, it says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in a time of their calamity, in a time that their iniquity had an end, right? They so-called freed the slaves. We're supposed to, all men are created equal. Right here we are in America, we're the same people, the same decree, same blood, same so-called whatever bullshit propaganda they're pushing. And then guess what? They're leaving your kids to burn in buildings. They're leaving you to burn in the building, right? They I remember one thing, they had the Olympics, they put a wall around the projects. Right? They had in Philadelphia one group of ninjas who thought they was in their own world, man. They set fire to the whole neighborhood. Right? Look what they did in California, Chicago, New York, all over ninja cities. Drug epidemic, invasion of what? Prostitutions, drugs, liquor stores, stupid ass rap music. Right? Straight collapse society for the so-called black and Hispanic man here in Babylon the Great. Right? I'm gonna read the book of Ecclesiasticus 33 and 14. Good is set against evil, and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner. Right? And the sinner against the godly. I'm gonna read it again. Good is set against evil, and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly.
Lawyers and judges and everybody else, we knew they didn't give a fuck. Especially police officers, we knew they didn't give a fuck about us. But I don't know why that didn't click to me that, no, it was everybody that hated us. Everybody. Everybody had a hand in deliberately making our lives worse. When I calmed down for being mad enough to want to pull the plug on his ass, I thought about it. And I was like, of course they did this. Of course they did this shit. Duh. Like, why was I even shocked? Like, of course. Being mad enough to want to pull the plug on his ass. I thought about it. And I was like, of course they did this. Of course they did this shit. Duh. Like, why was I even shocked? Like, of course. But it is something that I cannot think about for too long, because that visual of you fake going to save somebody and not saving them because of the color of their skin and the entire 911 understanding because, oh yeah, you couldn't get Jamal. Oh well, just another one gone. Like, that shit. I don't know. The conversation ended with him staring at me, making that last statement, and me staring back at him, telling him I gotta finish my route. I hope you enjoy the rest of your birthday. And the last thing he said is, I hate myself for it. And I said, my boss is calling. I hope you enjoy the rest of your birthday. I've had so many people hit me up in my DMs to tell me that shit is still going on. So many 911 workers to tell me, so many nurses, so many cops, so many people tell me that shit is still going on. So many 911 workers to tell me, so many nurses, so many cops, so many people tell me that shit is still going on. And it's weird because it's like, you ever find out some information you already knew the answer to? It's like, yeah, I know that, but to hear it out loud from people that know it for sure is way different.
I'm reading this again. It said some firefighters told ABC7 they were offended and want an apology. They rejected any claim that race plays a role when firefighters are on call. Right? These stupid ass. It's usually them stupid, funky Irish pieces of shit. Right? You got them Irish pieces of shit, them little Italian pieces of shit. It's always some Greek low-life cracker piece of shit. And, man, who give a fuck a speckled bird? I always say that, man. Fuck a speckled bird. Unless you call it on your Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. I don't give a fuck about you. And most of y'all, we watching your ass through a microscope, motherfucker. Like we just supposed to accept you because you call, man, hell no. Watch that motherfucker close, goddammit. Same thing with a ex-sodomite trying to come in at you. Man, hold on, man. Hey, man, watch that nigga. Yeah, you from a distance. It's a lot of, man, we don't trust nothing. We trust in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Because a lot of you motherfuckers, man, you ready to die for your flesh. Just like a cracker, he gonna use his flesh to his advantage. You ninjas, you gonna use your flesh to your advantage, right? So yeah, man, the spirit beareth witness that we are the children of the Most High. If you ain't got the spirit of the Lord, man, fuck you. He says some fires told ABC 7 they are offended and want an apology. They rejected any claim that race plays a role when firefighters are on call. Chicago firefighters Joe Cernorski is currently on medical leave and is a former political director for Chicago Firefighters Union Local 2. Yeah, fuck them firefighters. Yeah, a real fire is really coming. Yeah, that destruction, that mayhem, that nuclear chaos. Right, all hell fucking break loose on Earth. Right, and when all hell really start breaking loose on Earth, ain't no firefighter showing up for work. Ain't no cop showing up for work. Ain't no detective showing up for work. Ain't no motherfucking doctor or nurse showing up for work. Motherfuckers about to flee for their lives. Right? This 2nd Ezra 16:1, it says, woe be unto the Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto the Egypt, Syria. Right? That's all the spiritual names for this place, America. Right? It says, gird up yourselves with cloth and sack of hair. Bewail your children and sorry, for your destruction is at hand. A sword is sent upon you, and who may quench it? A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it, right? Yeah, the real fire is about to come to America. Thermonuclear destruction from weapons of mass destruction from foreign entities. China, Russia, North Korea, right? And other nations that were so-called at peace with America. They're going to turn on America too, right? It says, a sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? Right? Yeah. It says, may any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench a fire in the stubble, right? When it had begun to burn, right? And that fire is burning. You see the collapse of America. Them firefighters are mad because you got a man documenting the collapse of America, the deterioration of their city, the collapse of their society, their economy, right? The end of their civilization, right? They don't want people to see it. They want you to talk about dogs and birds and bees. No, motherfuckers is overdosing on drugs. People are being robbed, just going outside from their house to their car. Stores are being closed. The society is collapsing. They don't want you to see it, right? That's why these firefighters and these nurses and doctors, right, they call them the professionals, right? The system is going to collapse. There's going to be nurses, doctors, cops, and firefighters. Get the fuck out of here. Who's going to be paying you when ain't nobody working, right? It says, plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood? Or may anyone quench the fire in the stubble? When it have begun to burn, may one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer. The mighty Lord sendeth plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? No one can drive these plagues away. It's a wrap for spiritual Sodom, spiritual Egypt, Babylon the Great.